Deep within the ancient emerald heart of the Borneo rainforest, where time seems to stand still under the towering canopy, a secret world awakens. Here in the mist-shrouded corridors of the Danum Valley, the morning air is thick with the scent of damp earth and life. Through the dappled sunlight, a shadow moves, not with the heaviness of a hunter, but with the fluid, silent grace of a ghost. This is the Sunda clouded leopard. Her coat, a masterpiece of evolution, mirrors the shifting patterns of light and leaf. Beside her, a smaller, clumsier shadow follows. Her cub. At just 6 months old, the world is still a playground of rustling leaves and fluttering butterflies. As they pause by a moss-covered root, the mother leans down, her tongue rough yet gentle, grooming the soft fur of her young. In this fleeting moment of peace, there is no predator, no prey, only the profound, silent bond of a mother protecting her legacy in the wild. But here, in the emerald shadows, peace is nothing more than a fragile, fleeting illusion. Beneath the lush ferns, a nightmare of cold muscle and ancient scales lies in wait. The reticulated python, 7 meters of silent death, invisible until the very last heartbeat. Suddenly, the forest shatters. With the explosive force of a lightning strike, the serpent lunges. Powerful coils, thick as a man's thigh, whipped through the air, snaring the mother's hind legs and dragging her into a suffocating embrace. The leopard lets out a cry, a guttural, primal roar of defiance that echoes through the trees. She claws desperately at the iron-like scales, her fangs bared, fighting a battle against an enemy that never tires. But with every breath she exhales, the python tightens its grip. It is a slow, methodical theft of life. Amidst the dust and the fury, the mother's eyes find her cub. Even as the serpent's weight begins to crush the very air from her lungs, her instinct remains unbroken. With a final, desperate surge of strength, she shoves her trembling cub toward the safety of the hollow wood. A silent command, a mother's sacrifice. The queen of the canopy is falling, and as the struggle slows, the heavy, suffocating silence begins to descend once more, weighted by the cold, dark scent of the shadows. The humid air of the Danum Valley hangs heavy, thick with the scent of ancient moss and the coming rain. Elena, a field researcher who has spent years tracking the ghosts of this forest, stops in her tracks. Her ears catch a sound that does not belong to the natural rhythm of the jungle. A cry, strangled, desperate, and fading. She raises her binoculars, her fingers trembling as she fights to adjust the focus through the shifting emerald haze. And then she sees it, the spotted queen of the canopy, trapped in the cold, muscular grip of a monster. Elena stands frozen, the lens of her camera reflecting a struggle that feels like a tragedy in slow motion. She sees the leopard's eyes, wide, glazing over, searching for a way out that isn't there. She is a scientist trained to observe, to let nature take its course. But this is different. This is a heartbeat of the forest being extinguished right before her eyes. In the shadows of a hollow root, she spots the cub, tiny, terrified. A flickering light in the darkness. Elena knows she cannot step into that circle of death alone. To intervene is to court the serpent's wrath. She reaches for her radio, her voice a sharp, jagged whisper against the sudden static.
Control station, this is Elena.
I found a mother clouded leopard. Is being constricted by a python at coordinates X24.
A long, agonizing silence on the other end. Then the crackle of a reply.
The situation is very critical. I need an emergency rescue team!
Elena lowers the radio, her gaze locked on the mother's weakening frame. At the base, chaos instantly turns into cold, calculated precision. Boots hit the mud with a heavy thud. Doors slam, the metallic click of tranquilizer rifles being locked into place echoes against the sudden roar of engines. The rescue vehicles, white titans against the emerald gloom, surge forward. They don't just drive, they claw through the sludge, tires spinning, throwing ancient Borneo mud into the air like a battle cry. Inside the cabin, the air is tight, tense. Every man and woman knows the stakes. They aren't just racing to save a predator. They are racing to save a mother, to save a piece of the forest's soul. Through the vines, over the broken roots, the team pushes deeper into the labyrinth. The clock is ticking, and every second lost is a breath stolen from the queen in the shadows. The engine screams, the trees blur, and the hunt for life begins. The team bursts through the thick foliage into a circle of death. The air is electric, charged with the scent of musk and desperation. The serpent senses the intruders, and it reacts with a final defiant act of dominance. Teal poles lock onto the serpent's massive head. The struggle is violent, raw, a clash of human resolve against a primal titan. Men strain against scales as hard as stone, sweat stinging their eyes, muscles screaming. Coil by coil, they unwrap the monster from its broken prey. The leopard is limp, a ghost of the creature she once was. Her breath is a ragged, shallow whisper. A needle pierces the skin, a sudden surge of adrenaline to keep the light from fading. They lift her, moving with a desperate speed through the tangle of vines. While the cub's cries echo through the canopy, the reaper has been cheated, for now. Inside the sterile sanctuary of the rescue center, the chaos of the jungle is replaced by a clinical, focused silence. Bright LED lights wash over the leopard's fur, revealing the true cost of her struggle. Deep gashes, bruised ribs, a body pushed to its absolute limit. The rhythmic, steady beep of the monitor is the only heartbeat of hope in the room. Skilled hands stitch the wounds, cleaning away the reminders of the serpent's embrace. Days pass in a blur of medicine and rest. Slowly, the queen's eyes, once clouded by the shadows of death, begin to clear. They sharpen with a familiar amber fire. She finds her feet, a slow, trembling rise of power. The spirit of the Borneo forest is not so easily broken. She is healing, she is breathing, and she is ready to reclaim her throne. The golden hour bleeds through the canopy, painting the Borneo rainforest in hues of amber and violet. The heavy steel door of the transport crate slides open, and for a moment there is only silence. The queen steps out. Her paws touch the damp earth, her nostrils flaring, drinking in the scent of rain and freedom. She is home. A small, high-pitched cry ripples through the undergrowth. From the shadows, a tiny, spotted shadow emerges. The cub. In a blur of motion, they find each other. The mother nuzzles her young, a deep, purring vibration of love that echoes against the ancient dipterocarp trees. No longer separated by glass or fear, they are one with the wild once more. Together, the two ghosts of the canopy slip into the emerald deep, leaving only the rustle of leaves behind. The cycle continues, unbroken, and the wild remains whole. In the heart of the wild, courage meets compassion, and every life, no matter how small, deserves its second chance.